gun control has been a big topic, as you guys all know, and Mayors Against Illegal Guns, which is an organization co-chaired by Mayor Bloomberg, has released a video with celebrities calling for action when it comes to gun control. Let's take a look.
Columbine, Virginia Tech,
Tucson,
Aurora,
Fort Hood, Oak Creek, Newtown,
Newtown,
Newtown.
Newtown.
How many more?
How many more? How many more colleges? How many more classrooms?
How many more movie theaters?
How many more houses of faith?
How many more shopping malls?
How many more street corners?
How many more?
How many more?
Enough.
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 It's time.
It's time for our leaders to act.
Demand a plan. Right now.
So this group is called Demand a Plan. It's, being organized by Bloomberg's group, the Mayors Against Illegal Guns. And I love it. And the reason I love it is because we're in a celebrity culture and people believe that celebrities are their friends. Whether it makes sense or not, whether it's logical or not, they have personal feelings towards celebrities. That's why they buy all the magazines with the celebrities on them, etc. And they live the soap opera of their lives, right? And so if these people come out and say it, it might actually make a difference. And you know what? And look, and I'm not just saying that to be fair to the average American, that's how the average American is. There's guys there that I love. When I see Will Ferrell and I go, oh, good, he's, from my perspective, because I agree with them, I think, oh, good, he's on our side, right? Oh, good, I like that guy, Ellen. It was good to see Ellen there, whatever, right? And so I'm like everybody else. It affects me a little bit. Obviously, I was already there on this issue, but if they can help other people go in that direction, I think it's terrific.
I kind of disagree with you. I think when it comes to the gun issue, you're either very much for gun control or you're against it. And then, of course, there are the people in the middle. And the people in the middle, I don't think are going to be easily swayed by some video with stars that are so disconnected from the realities that we face. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to have a big impact. Maybe I'm being a pessimist, but...
No. I mean, look, is it going to have a big impact? I don't know, right? Is it going to have some impact? I think so, right? Because the people in the middle are usually the ones with the least amount of information. It's true in almost all political issues. They say Washington media glorifies independence, independence, as if they're have been weighing for months and months. Well, the Democrats say this, but the Republicans say that, and I'm nonpartisan, and I continue to think about this. No, they don't think about it at all. The week before the election, they're like, I don't know, I haven't thought about the issues. Which side am I on, right? And for those people, if they see someone they like a talk show host like Ellen, or an actor like Paul Rudd, whoever, or a singer like Beyonce, and they like those people, they might be like, yeah, you know what? That's a good point. When is enough enough? And that pushes them in the right direction. So I say, God bless.
I know, but let's say in your scenario that's exactly what happens, and the low information voters see that PSA and they're like, yeah, you know what? We need more gun control. Are those the people that are likely to go out there and do something about it? It's one thing to convince people and all of a sudden they're like, okay, I guess we need gun control, whatever. But are they going to go out there and actually vote for representatives that are in favor of gun control? Are they going to demand it? Are there going to be protests and things like that?
Well, it can affect it in small ways. As I said, it's not like all of a sudden you do that video, it's done. It's over, now we have gun control. No, so what do politicians pay attention to? Mainly their donors, okay? So we've lost the game there already. But the NRA is actually, even though it's an incredibly powerful lobby, actually does not spend anywhere near as much as the oil lobby, the Wall Street lobby. It's not one of the biggest lobbies in terms of money, so it can be beaten. The money is not a game ender there. In Wall Street, the polls could be 99-1, as they usually are, and that 1% wins anyway because they give so much money to the politicians. Gun issue is not that way. Now, the politicians, once you get past the money issue, listen a little bit to the polls. They at least, because they do this, put the finger to the wind, like, which way is it going, which way is it going? The guy who does that the most, of course, is Obama. So could it affect, if it moves the polls a little bit, could it affect Obama? Remember we did the story on gun control after Gabby Giffords shooting, and Obama would only support proposals that had 2/3 of Americans behind it?
Yes.
But things that were a simple majority, he was he was too skittish about it.
Yes, I definitely remember that. And I thought about that as I was reading the story and watching the video. I think the only way that it would actually have an impact on Obama is if he thinks about the fact that a lot of these people are his supporters. A lot of these celebrities raised a lot of money for him. So if
And
they're
that makes a difference.
That does make a difference. So that's the only way I could see it actually having an impact. But as far as like the low information voter who's like, I don't know what's going on.
No, I disagree with that. But one last thing about this. You made a great point there, which is, look, these guys run in a small circle. The guys in New York and DC that make most of the decisions, right? And so that's why they don't like Social Security, cutting it by $1,200 a year as they're planning to do now. They're like, they don't know anybody that relies on Social Security by itself. So they're like, what's the big deal? We all have millions of dollars in our retirement accounts. What's the big deal? Like, they don't outwardly say that, but subconsciously that's what they think. Because they don't know anybody who's like, my God, if you cut my Social Security by $1,200, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble, right? So all of those celebrities run in the same circle. So since they're in the same circle and they go to the same cocktail parties, and as you make a great point, they also donate to some of those politicians, all of a sudden the politicians are a little bit more apt to listen to them. Like, whoa, Ellen thinks this. Okay, now I better take gun control seriously.